In this video, we're going to talk about one of the easiest things to do before knitting, but also one of the most important: getting the right measurements. Today we will show you an easy way to get the right measurements so your garment will always be a knit that fits. To start, you will need to gather a few things: tape measure, a piece of paper and a pencil, a knitting needle, a legal envelope, or just some type of straight edge, and oh yes, a friend to help you measure. Taking measurements isn't hard, but accuracy is important for a well-fitted garment at the end. You might think about getting your knitting group together and having a measuring night. Now that you're ready, this is Taking Measurements with KnitWiz.
Hi, I'm Kathy.
Hi, I'm Naniki.
And we're here to show you how to measure your body for a knit that fits.
To begin, we will measure the hips. The measurement or circumference you want is the widest part of the hips.
To that right there.
Next, we'll take the waist measurement. Now have your stomach bend to the left or the right and place the tape at the natural bend in the waist. Remember to allow enough room between the tape for 1 or 2 fingers to fit. To get the bust or chest measurement, measure around the fullest part of the chest. As with all your circumference measurements, make sure that the tape is straight or parallel to the floor. When taking the upper chest measurement, be sure to wrap the tape under the arms and above the bust. Our next measurement will be the neck opening, and Kathy will describe how we're going to do that.
For the neck opening, I found the best way to take the measurement is to take the circumference of the neck at the bottom and divide that number by 2. Otherwise, you can also just take the width of the neck at the base where it meets the shoulders, and you'll find that those two numbers are the same. So either way, and then you can use that number for the neck width.
To get the cross back measurement, find the bony points at the top of each arm and measure right across the back. For the back to waist measurement, find the bony point where the head and the back meet, and then place the top of the tape at this point and measure down. Be sure and keep the tape against the back to the natural waist point. For the waist to hip measurement, we place the tape where the waist measurement was taken, and from there we measure along the side to the widest point of the hips. For this arm opening measurement, we need our straight knitting needle, ruler or legal envelope. We're using a knitting needle, which we place under the arm in a comfortable spot. Make sure the needle is straight or parallel to the floor. We measure from the bony point at the top of the arm along the front to the top of the knitting needle.
And here you'll notice I'm not measuring the tape, I'm not wrapping the tape underneath the body, but only to the top of the knitting needle. The area underneath your arm will be taken up by the bind off and is calculated by the program based on your upper chest measurement. Okay, that's good.
Next, we will get the upper arm measurement. Be sure and take the measurement at the widest part of the upper arm. Now we will take 2 arm measurements. The first is the arm length measurement. Be sure and place the tape measure underneath the armpit and run it along the inside of the arm to the point on the wrist bone where you prefer the sleeve to end. The second arm measurement is called the center back to wrist measurement. Measure from the base of the neck along the arm to the wrist. Be sure to bend the elbow at about 90 degrees. Put the top of the tape at the bony point at the base of the head. We use this same point to get the back measurement. Run the tape across the top of the shoulder, along the back of the arm, over the elbow, and to the top of the wrist bone. And now for our last measurement. Take this measurement on the wrist at the wrist bone. Remember, take this measurement a bit loosely. Well, that's done. May have seemed like a lot of work, but when you finish and your sweater fits just right, be glad you took the time. From here you can take these measurements and put them right into KnitWiz. Thanks for listening, and we hope you learned a few things about how to take accurate measurements for getting a knit that fits from KnitWiz.